All right, here we go. Final attempt. My God, I try. Okay, I think I know what I was doing wrong when I was trying to read the comment. The comment section. I was turning the video off, and then my battery was dying. So I got a different phone, and I know you guys are probably asleep out there, but I'm doing a test anyway, and I got to figure it out. But I think, look, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start going live, where you guys can, where I'm talking and you can actually see me like I did in the beginning. Like if you go back to the beginning of the channel, that's how we did it. And we're going to get back to that. I think it makes it a little bit more interesting than some guy talking. And I got to figure out how to turn on my messages. Let's see. Show live chat. Yeah. All right. Who's out there? I see people watching. And I apologize, I keep going live and it'll get cut off. Oh, let me turn that off. I got a notification that I'm live. It said, hey, what's up, man? It said, Counterpunch Boxing is live. Counterpunch, what's good? What's up, Don Flamingo? There you are. Okay, you're back. You made it back, 1982. Yeah, I don't know if you guys heard me, but I'm trying to figure out how to go live. I got it now. I got to figure it out. But what I was doing wrong was, what's up, Travis? Guest. I kept hitting end. When I was trying to go to the comment section, I would hit end. Fellow Gennady Golovkin fan here. Yeah. Me too. How do you phone Counterpunch? Oh, how do you get a hold of me? Well, you just send me a message, and if you're not a crazy person, I'll give you my number. G Boogie, what up, man? We thought we lost you to the black. Well, you did lose me, but I'm back. I'm on a different phone, a much better phone. I was on the LG 4 before. Now I'm on the new Samsung Galaxy, which I like, but I have to hook it up to my Wi-Fi. So, Gennady Golovkin fan here. He lost to Jacobs, but won to Canelo. He robbed Jacobs and got robbed Canelo. Funny, huh? Hey, I respect your opinion, but I don't agree with it. I don't think he lost to Jacobs. I mean, again, like I talked about with Canelo, if you're going to beat the champion, you've got to beat him convincingly. You can't go in there and have a close fight and get awarded a decision, right? But then I know the argument. I know the counter argument. Well, a champion shouldn't have a close fight, with a contender or whatever. I get it. Are you in Houston? Yeah, hang on. I got to fill my phone. I was getting hot. Yeah, I live in Houston. You have the voice, AMS March Speed Boxing commentator, right? Well, a lot of that too, it depends on what microphone. Like, let me show you right here. Oh, goddamn, I just unplugged it. Hang on, I gotta hook my mic back up. But yeah, wait a minute. We're having technical difficulty. Man, I need to get my shit together. Hang on. I know that's loud. I apologize. I'm trying to adjust my microphone. But, okay. What is your real job since you don't have your videos monetized? Hang on, let me hook up my mic. Well, a lot of my videos are monetized. So, a lot of them aren't, but a lot of them are. But anyway, I have that blue microphone right there, which is really nice. And I use it with that little pop filter right there. And you get a real good sound. And then right now I'm on a what do you call it, a lav, which is a microphone that you clip to your shirt. I don't know if you've seen like reporters where they clip them to their shirt. That's what I have right now. But my real job I own my own business. So, and that's, he says here, what is your real job since you don't like to, you know, have your videos monetized? Yeah, I own my own business. That's what I do. And that's why I have a lot of free time, because I'm pretty much able to get on YouTube pretty often, you know, especially at night. But yeah. But I'm not like these other guys. I don't get how these other guys like live on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. And really, you know, like I always talk about, how old are you if you don't mind? I'm 39. 39 years old. 39 years old. I'm 6'1", 248 pounds. You can work when you want, the best way to be. Yeah, American. The American, yeah. You don't have to tell them what you're real. I know I don't have to. I know, Travis. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm not going to tell people anything other than that. You know, I own my own business. That's enough. That's all people need to know. But on YouTube, I'll tell you what, you know, we're allowed to talk about it. Last month, I actually made pretty good money on YouTube. It was enough to pay my rent. I'll tell you that, you know. So YouTube's not too bad. I mean, even without monetizing and you know, really taking advantage of it, like with all the clickbait, you know, like the other guys do, I made enough to pay my rent last month. So I'll tell you that. Yeah, I'm 39. You're the boxing channel we need to have thousands. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, right now I wish I had more subs. I mean, I don't really care about it, but I wish more people watched the channel. But then again, in comparison, like I went and looked at Dante's Boxing Nation, and I had more views than he had last month. Like well, especially September. If you go look at September, because I can go to my YouTube analytics and I can look and kind of get an overall count of other channels, because I like to have like a comparison. I had as much or more than Dante. Now, Ego, no, I don't have as much as him, but like I said, that dude he literally lives on YouTube. Like, that guy is constantly on YouTube. But yes, I can fight at heavyweight. Growing up, I fought at light heavyweight, and I ended at heavyweight. Yes, and I'm gonna put some of my my boxing matches on here, especially from when I was younger at light heavyweight. Hello from Dubai. What's up, Bash? Keep up the great work. Thank you. I appreciate that. See, that's why I keep the channel going. Comments like that, you know, people telling me they listen from the beginning, because you guys have to realize when I make a video, I just talk. I don't know who's listening. I don't even, half the time, 90% of the time, I don't even go back and look at my views. You know what I mean? I just don't care. You know, I don't even go back. Because like I was telling you, with the YouTube payment last month, I had a deposit in my checking account. And I'm like, what the hell is that? You know what I mean? Like, this money popped up, right? And I'm like, what? You know, I thought it was like a mistake, like the bank made an error, and it was YouTube. And I forget. I just forgot that because when you have a YouTube channel, you get paid every month. You get paid on the 22nd of every month. So you guys out there, if you want to start up your own YouTube channel, just know that you get paid on the 22nd once a month. And I forgot. I just totally forgot about the money. Like I said, I thought it was some kind of error. He fell off his mountain when he got knocked out by Angulo and Jermell Charlo a few years back. Who are we talking about? But Charlo, yeah, y'all know the Charlo twins are like right up the road. And I was 50-0, never lost 125. Pacquiao dodged me. Roach told him I was too fast for him. Are you making that up? But better than most of those channels which only care about the money. What's up, Shelton? I appreciate all the everything you do, Shelton. You're always around. But no, I had 41 amateur fights, and I lost 4. And I'll tell you guys a secret. But the very first fight I had, the very first one, I got knocked out. I was like, man, this shit is not for me. You know what I mean? The very first fight I had, literally, I got knocked out in round one. And to make it even worse, and I didn't get knocked out. I got knocked down, and then I got up. I got knocked down again, and then but I was fighting a guy that competed in the Golden Gloves. It was my first amateur fight, and I didn't really know what I was doing at that time. I was like an amateur, you know, young, dumb. Thought I could, thought I could beat him, whatever. But yeah, the Charlo, like I said, the Charlo twins, they're right here. Out of Plex Gym in Houston. They got Ronnie Shields. You know, you got Irizlandi Lara. You know, what's his name? Spilka or whatever, the guy that fought Deontay Wilder. He trains out of there. Had 32 fights and got dropped once. My glove hit the floor. Yeah, that was the only time I got dropped, was in my original fight, you know, fight number one. But like I said, I had no idea what I was doing. I was too green, too young, too dumb. And I was in there with the Golden Gloves, you know. He didn't win, but he competed in Golden Gloves. The guy I fought, his name was it was a Mexican dude, Luis something, Luis or Louis. It was Louis, yeah, but I can't remember his last name. But that's the guy. Was my original fight. Talked about Edwin Valero, boxing life from Venezuela. He murdered his wife in suicide prison. Yes, yeah. He had the big tattoo of the flag on his chest, and you know. The thing is, though, he beat the hell out of his wife, okay, right? And we're talking about Valero, okay? He beat the hell out of his wife and then committed suicide, but I forget. It goes something like that. But I just heard he was ashamed and everything, but I also heard, like, the government or whoever, like, protected him. I'm talking about Valero. And, yeah, him, LOL, Pacquiao ran away from him. But I kicked box because of my father, and I did better, but I didn't like it. By the way, I've never done any kind of kickboxing. I think I'm just too big for it. But Louis C.K. didn't break the law. So if we don't get the Canelo rematch next, who do you guys want to see Golovkin go up against? I mean, of course, I want to see him, you know, get the WBO from Billy Joe Saunders, but you know, other than that, what's out there? Charlo? I mean, Charlo would be, you know, that's a what do they call it? A high risk, low reward, right? So, yeah. But most of all, I think for the whole year, people keep asking me, you know, what am I looking forward to the most? And it would definitely be the Rigo and the Loma fight. You know, but like I said in the other video, I'm sure you guys heard, I just wish it was at 126, not 130. You know, he's going from 122 up to 130. I wish Rigo would have gone back down, or I mean Loma would have gone back down, because I mean we already know what's going to happen. I think Loma's going to beat him and get absolutely no credit for it. You know, and yeah, you're missing my comment. LOL. Have you ever heard of Harry Joe? A few years back at one, he was in the top 10, top 4 sanctioning bodies, but never won their title. He had an opportunity. No, I haven't actually. I'm looking at Harry Joe. I'm gonna look him up. No. Have you ever heard of Harry Joe? A few years back at light middleweight, he was top 10. No, that name doesn't even sound familiar, but that's cool. You grew up with him. Yeah, no, I'll check him out. Let me go back and get his name. I have to like scroll. You can't see, like what you're looking at looks completely different. I'm looking at a bunch of comments like flying across my phone right now. So I have to go back up and read your comment. But yeah, you said you grew up with him. But yeah, I mean, we're gonna make a few changes on the channel. I'm getting bored just like talking into a microphone, you know. I mean, honestly, it's the hardest part is you know, just like sitting here talking into a microphone. I think it'd be a lot better if I just went back in front of the camera. But I think he was caught putting cast on his hands and beat another boxer, and then box suicide. He was in 4. Yes, yeah, I have heard. Yes, whenever I made my video about Margarito, you know, with that whole thing, and you know, I know it was his trainer or whatever, but you know, I made that video, and it's crazy. If you go read the comments below on the video I made about Margarito and the legal hand wrap, a lot of people were like defending him, you know, talking about how he didn't know and things like that. So, which there's no way he had to have known. But yeah, I made a pretty good, like, it's like a little miniature documentary. I made it. It's like 20 minutes long, and you know, went over. And didn't he get caught in the was it Mosley, right? The night of the Mosley fight, Margarito, they saw the illegal hand wrap, and then Cotto went back and looked at the video and realized, what's up? Oh, I'm gonna mess up the name. Australia. Australia. What's up, Australia? No, but yeah, he went back, or they went back, I think, and viewed the Cotto fight and realized that, yeah, you know, he had the illegal hand wrap in. Yeah, Margarito knew he's a cheater. Yeah, I agree. And you know, did you hear that Margarito, he was pissed off that Cotto gave the fight to Ali? You know, we got the Saddam Ali Cotto fight coming up, and apparently Margarito was all pissed off that you know, he didn't get that shot. I'm like, well, yo, dude, don't cheat. You know what I mean? Don't cheat, and you might get that shot, right? But I thought that was crazy that Margarito was pissed off about that. I'm like, you can't be real. You can't be serious. Close people call me Australia. Oh God. Why are so many heavyweights big fatties these days? Man, I don't know, but did y'all see Big Baby Miller? Yeah, I do miss Tyson Holyfield. I have like some original Mike Tyson tickets that my mom and dad went to back in the 90s, like the Holyfield and the Tyson fight. And I have Hagler Hearns, like the original tickets, but they're in my car of all places. They're in like, which I need to get them out, but I don't know why the hell. Oh, it was because of the hurricane. I moved them when we had the hurricane, but they're worth a lot of money, but they're in my car. But yeah, Miller weighs 300. Yeah, and you know, and this HBO bullshit. The whole time they're kind of like downplaying the Golovkin, you know, win over Jacobs, right? And then I don't know if y'all heard, but they were talking about how the knockdown really wasn't a knockdown. I'm talking about when Gennady Golovkin knocked down what's his name, Daniel Jacobs. They're like, oh well, it really wasn't a knockdown, you know, that kind of thing. And it's just like, you know, I was like, shut up, you know, talk about Jacobs, right? You know, it's like the whole fight they're talking about Gennady Golovkin, but, you know, I don't know, they're traitors. That's what I don't like about it. Same thing with Pacquiao. And, you know, you got to give Bob Arum credit, which you know, I'm not a big fan of Bob Arum, but I like that, you know, he went over to ESPN, you know, he's like, fuck HBO, you know what I mean? And went to ESPN. So I thought, you know, and they're turning to crap right now. God, their production, even their camera work was like really bad. Damn it, go away. I'm trying to like click on that right there. Let's see, maybe that. Why is it doing that? Oh, there we go. Counterpunch Boxing Live. I get a notification on my TV. Yeah, but his name should be Triple Stack Cheeseburger. This hater always gonna say opposite. Da 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 da. Yeah, Showtime. I like them a whole lot. But I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But yeah, he looks, and then they were like, "Whoa, you know, I think, you know, the Big Baby Miller and AJ would be a good fight." And I'm like, you can't be, like, you've got to be joking, you know? Like, I don't know. It's like you can, and what I like is when the camera will like pan over to Roy Jones, you know, to go like that, and then Roy Jones has this like fucked up look on his face, like, like, you know what I mean? Like he can't even he can't even just continue the bullshit, you know? So I do like Roy Jones, so. Let's see, Josh. GGG never gets the credit he deserves. HBO sucks, yeah. Yeah, it's true. But that interview that Steve Kim did, I made a video about it. You know, you can tell he's really angry right now. And he has a lot of resentment, you know, especially towards Adelaide Bird. But I think in a rematch, he'd probably take it out on Canelo. But the question is, is he going to get old overnight, right? And they're counting on it. That's Golden Boy's plan. They're counting on it. That's why I'm not going to be shocked if Canelo takes another fight in May. Like I said, maybe the winner of Billy Joe Saunders and David Lemieux, which, by the way, I really believe it'll be Billy Joe Saunders. Now, I hope he loses, because he's been sitting on that WBO for, way too long, right, doing nothing. So hopefully Billy Joe Saunders loses, and what's his name, David Lemieux can get the WBO. That's what I've been hearing about Roy Jones. Yeah, he's there to get a paycheck. You know what I mean? He's there to get a paycheck. Crawford is the next champion. He fights then left and right styles, man, and those body shots. Yes, going to kill Horn. I can't wait for that too. And I'm pretty sure that's like an official fight. At least I hope it is. I'm talking about the Crawford Horn, because I'm telling you right now, look, here's my top 3 list of boxers that I wanted to see lose, and well, actually 2 of them, it didn't happen, but it'd be Andre Ward. I really wanted Kovalev to beat him, like to knock him out. I think the original fight was a robbery. Second fight, I really think Kovalev, looking back on it, I don't think he was ready. I don't think he was like totally prepared. But I also think it was a bullshit stoppage too. You know what I mean? So that's number 1. And then Mayweather. I really wanted Pacquiao to beat Mayweather. That didn't happen. And God, talk about, the biggest letdown in boxing history. It's got to be Mayweather Pacquiao. I can't think of any other fight out there that was, a bigger disappointment. And I talk about it, and I know you guys don't like it, but I don't like that Gennady Golovkin didn't hurt or drop Canelo. I'm talking about like really hurt him, like wobble him, chicken legs or whatever. But Kovalev wasn't ready for the nut shots. Yes, no, I know. But the question is, was it the low blow, or was he just not ready? Was he mentally overwhelmed, mentally defeated? That kind of thing, because you guys know, if you ever box, you know that a lot of it is mental. It really is. But I wonder, was he mentally defeated? Look at that power right there. That's where he knocked off Abel Sanchez's glove. Canelo was on the run. Yeah. I went back today and I watched the interview, immediately after Gennady Golovkin and Canelo. And, Canelo, even in that interview, he was like, yeah, I won. I know I won, that kind of thing. But, he did say, he was like, but, yeah, I want a rematch. I do want a rematch. But right now, we're all waiting on Canelo, It's not up to Oscar De La Hoya, but isn't that like a shift in power? Like, what the hell happened? Because remember, Canelo would always talk about, I'm a boxer. He's a promoter. I don't know if I can fight Gennady Golovkin. It's not my job. I'm not a matchmaker, right? But now, all of a sudden, it's all depending on Canelo, right? It's just, I don't know, these guys are such hypocrites. But Pacquiao, Mayweather, he messed up his shoulder blade. That's why Pacquiao wants part 2. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But, here's what I don't understand about that, okay? The shoulder thing, which, now, by the way, I think that fight should have been a draw, but whatever. I don't even want to get into it. I actually did a film study in slow motion with Anthony from Thunderdome Boxing. We stayed up till like 3 o'clock in the morning. We were on the phone. This is like right after the fight, like a couple weeks after. I was talking to Anthony on the phone, and we were up to like 2 or 3 in the morning, breaking the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight down round by round, punch by punch, and so our ultimate conclusion was, we had Pacquiao edging it, but probably should have been a draw. That's kind of what we decided. Could Kovalev end up like Chocolito? Yeah, absolutely he could. Yeah, but according to Tom Loeffler, Roman Gonzalez, he said he's not ready to retire. You know, he's like, I don't want to retire. You know, I want to come back. And, you know, they were talking about maybe moving down in weight, that kind of thing. And he wants to make a comeback because, I mean, he's had two, you know, great fights. So, well, you know, with the losses or whatever, they were bloodbaths. But, yeah, he's coming back. I think he's coming back. But I thought Kovalev would just kind of ride off into the sunset, you know, take his money, you know, and, you know, kind of like Marcos Maidana did, you know, something like that, right? Because he had more left in him, you know, he had more in the tank. And then I wonder, like, what the hell's up with Danny Garcia? Like, where the hell is Danny Garcia? Which I can't stand him, but where's he at? You know, he gets beat by Thurman, the guy disappears. So, Canelo question, Chavez Sr. about there's no such thing as Mexican style. Mexican styles mean you don't run in toe-to-toe, using your waist. Chavez Sr. style, chasing opponents. Canelo ran, Hatton never ran. Yeah, well, I mean, Canelo question. So there's no, I mean, the whole Mexican style of, even in my gym today, they talk about it. Every gym I go to, they talk about Mexican style boxing. It's, you know, you're in the phone booth, it's toe to toe, right? You know, like in a gym is when you throw the tire on the ground and, you know, both guys got their lead foot in the tire and you're going at it. You know, that's Mexican style. You know, it's not, there's no running, nothing like that. So of course there is. That's crazy. Danny Garcia will probably retire. He thinks the stock has dramatically gone down. Yeah, I think you're right, man. Yeah, because, I mean, they, you know, someone put out a post the other day. It was a Rod Salka, Danny Garcia rematch, and I thought it was real, and it turned out to be like, you know, bullshit news or, you know, fake news, right? I have a feeling Canelo is going to take Saunders Lemieux. Yeah, I do too. I think Canelo will probably take Lemieux or Billy Joe Saunders in May. I really do. Or there's, you know, he might get injured. I don't know. I just don't think we're going to get that rematch. I'll be shocked if we do. I mean, I hope we do. I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, Danny Garcia is a pretty boy. Danny Garcia probably will be his downfall. Yeah, that dude. I don't know if y'all remember the press conference, but you remember that to the Keith Thurman fight where, you know, he was like getting all racist and shit, you know? It's crazy. The epitome of Mexican style is Julio Cesar Chavez. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Chavez, one of my all-time favorites. You know, so hey, counter. Why do you have a Canelo poster in your crib, brother? I thought Triple G was the man. He is. But so a friend gave it to me, but I put little notes on it. See, look, let me get up here. I like to put little notes on it. See, look, let me back up. Gennady Golovkin beat me. I lost. You know, thank you, Adelaide Bird. So, yeah, I don't know. That's my drone. That drone right there we use for boxing. So we fly it up when we're like, you know, sparring or whatever. We try to fly it above the ring and, you know, point it down to where, you know, we can get a good video shot. Oh, there's my press badge right there. Canelo Chavez. Baby Bull Gym, that's one of the gyms I go to in Houston right there. That's Juan Diaz, the guy that fought Marquez. Hell of a fight, by the way. But Juan Diaz, he's a good friend of mine. And I train at his gym off and on. But he's kind of geared it now to where it's like for little kids or whatever. So, yeah. Let's see, let me read your comment. GDG is already calling Canelo to not use excuses because he heard Canelo had. Well, no, he hasn't signed a contract. You're welcome, Joe. Thank you for the question. But no, he hasn't signed a contract. We're all, like I said, we're all waiting. We're all waiting on Canelo, right? And you know, what a shame. I mean, it is. What a shame, you know, right? I mean, if you're Canelo, wouldn't you just be eager to get back in there? Like, I couldn't wait. If I'm Canelo, man, I couldn't wait to get in there, you know? Here, I'll show you guys my nerd side right there. I'm busted. Busted on live TV or live YouTube. I'm a Harry Potter fan, I admit it. Whatever. It is what it is. But, yeah, I would think he'd be ready to get back in there quickly. You know, none of this bullshit, you know, Cinco de Mayo, which whatever, if it's like a marketing thing they want to do, okay. I could imagine, Cinco de Mayo Day, Cowboy Stadium, man, that place will be lit. Like I can't wait. And I pray to God above that they have it at Cowboy Stadium, because I'll be there every day. I'll get my press credentials and I'll bring you guys some really good coverage, Man, did you see the slap punches that DJ had? That was hilarious. And then he thought he knocked down the Cuban guy. Talking about Luis Arias when he actually slapped him. Yes, I did. He thought he knocked him down, but I think he caught him with a shot, a pretty decent shot. But don't feel bad. My daughter loves. Yeah, I know. I'm a grown ass man and I like Harry Potter. Whatever. But no, I think he caught him with a shot, and then I think Luis Arias tried to tackle him, and here's my little doggy. She's 14 years old. Dolly, wake up. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, I think he got him with a shot, and then Luis tackled him. I think is what happened. I'm gonna go outside for a minute. No, I know you're good. You're good. I know you're messing with me. But yeah, so I'm trying out the live thing. Like I told you guys, I'll probably get back in front of the camera like I did in the beginning of the channel. But honestly, it's harder just to get a microphone and talk, So that's why I do it that way. Or it's easier. I mean, it's a lot easier. Yeah, he blamed it on ring rust. Jacob was like, oh yeah, I've been out of the ring for 8 or 9 months, so he blamed it on that. But I mean, I don't know. He looked all right. He looked a lot smaller. I can tell you that. I think he looked a whole lot smaller because yeah, I mean, if you go back, I think in the Gennady Golovkin fight, he was probably 180. I'm thinking, and I think with Luis Arias maybe 170. 172. Then Roy Jones tried to comment on the knockdown, and they showed the replay. Jay changed his opinion and said he pushed him on. Yeah, the bias commentating. I mean, usually when I'm watching HBO, I turn it down to where I can barely hear it. You know what I mean? But also, look, if you guys don't have HBO or whatever, we go live in our boxing group, Counterpunch Boxing. We go live. That way, you guys can come over there and watch it, if you need to. But although I tried to do, what did I try to do? And it got canceled immediately. What was that? I was able to do Jacobs, but the one, I forget the fight before, but they shut that down in a heartbeat. I can't remember which one that was. Don't you think Gennady Golovkin would have more power to sign with Saunders Lemieux as it would be for all 4 belts? Yeah. Well, yeah, and you got to remember, too, if they do the rematch with Canelo, let's say Canelo wins, I mean, is he going to weigh in for the IBF? Oh yeah, actually, they got rid of that rule. Remember, in March, the IBF said that they're no longer going to do the same-day weigh-in. Hang on, I got to plug my phone in. But I'm about to hop off here anyway, guys. I'm really just trying out the live thing. But yeah, I'm going to hop off here in a minute. I like the live shit counter. Lots of folks want you to know your feedback, yeah. Well, I'll get better at it as I go. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out how to work it, and I can't really concentrate on talking. So, but I think I'll mount the camera next time, because right now I'm holding my phone, I'm holding it with both hands, and my arms are about to fall off, and so I can't really concentrate on talking. But all right, guys, y'all have a good night.